Hey everyone, welcome back. Here's another live. So, as I am building this newfound topic for you guys, you're going to see a lot of good stuff coming your way. So, this topic right now is how to build your self-trust, not freaking out your comfort zone and pulling away. Okay? I'm going to use my preteen daughter as an example here because I've seen her go through something quite transformative and powerful and a lesson for me and for all of you out there. So she's at this age where things are changing for her, specifically her little personality and her style. So watching this has been quite a journey for me. And I want to bring this to you because you can take what she's doing into your own life so that it's not so scary, so that you don't pull back, and so that you just keep moving forward in trusting yourself to get to a specific goal. Trust, self-trust, less stress, less overwhelm, less, you name it, procrastination, less overthinking, less judgment, anything, okay? So what she's been doing is pretty cool. And this is based on the mind of a 12, almost 13-year-old. She has transformed her entire personality within the span of, I'm going to say, 3 years. So since she's about 10 and she's almost 13, I have seen her completely throw away her old little girl personality and style of pink and glitter and pop music to camouflage pants, mismatched earrings, different color shoes, not pink, not glitter. None of that is a piece of who she is anymore. This is a change. This is a piece of her growth. And that's what's on my arm. Constant growth, because we're always growing, right? That's what the vine stands for, growth. So what I've seen her do over the period of about 3 years, I have seen her change everything about herself. I've seen her drop ice skating. I've seen her drop twirling. I've seen her drop massive amount of friends that no longer serve her. I have seen her completely shift in a way that is making her herself who's comfortable with who she is. Now, as an adult, it's a lot harder for us to do this kind of thing because we're so stuck in our ways and we want to change something, but we just don't, or it takes us a long time, or we do it and then we pull back because we're scared. So I want to give you the method that I've been watching her do and the one that I've been applying to my own life as well, learning from a kid, and teach it to you because it's quite very simple, okay? So you want to think about the things that are in your life that are no longer serving you. Where are you now? Where do you want to be? You want to be from lacking the self-trust, right, to beginning to understand and allow yourself to flow with it. Any changes, any upsets, any judgments from other people, right? And you want to start to allow yourself to go in that direction, exactly what she's doing. I want you to do this. Really think about where are you now? Lack of self-trust. 2, getting to a life of freedom by having less stress, less overwhelm in your life. This is exactly what she's doing. She's not stressing. She's not overwhelmed. She is just doing amazing. Absolutely amazing. So what she has done is she has slowly allowed herself to dig into something that's scary. I'm going to use the camouflage pants because that, I remember, being one of the major shifts in her life and her thinking about herself. So she was really interested in camouflage, right? She was getting away from no pink, no more bright colors. Like she's in this teenagey kind of, I don't want to call it emo, but like alternative type style dressing, right? And a big thing in her life that she was feeling the judgment from was her dad's side, because I'm all for whatever she wants to do, and he's more of not that. Let's just leave it at that. So she was afraid of the judgments from him. She was afraid of the judgments from her friends of seeing this change, because it's not what they're used to. If you're used to something and someone suddenly changes, a little thing goes off in your head. This is just normal. Something goes off in your head and you start to wonder, you start to think, you start to judge. You can't help it. These are the things that she was worried about. So the way she did it, with my help and my nudge, of course, is to constantly tell yourself that this is what I like, this is what I want, this is what I like. And she kept doing that with the, again, direction from because I helped push her in this direction, but she did it all herself. So starting to do that, and the scariest thing was for her to put these camouflage pants on, right? And wear them to school. That's what she wanted to do. So the first thing that she did was she eased herself into it. She tried them on in the store. First thing, she admitted to herself that she liked it. So she found something that she liked. She admitted that she liked it, right? We bought them. We took them home. She tried them on at home again. She still really liked them. So kind of like inching your way into something that you know that you like, you know that you love, you know that you want in your life. She wanted these camouflage pants in her life. So first was the store, buying them, trying them on, bringing them home, trying them on again, right? Little steps. Then she would wear them around the house. Not in front of anyone. No one can judge her. She felt totally comfortable. So she got comfortable in her own home with them on, wearing them around the house. And then they sat in the drawer for about 2 weeks. And what I said to her, I said, if you're going to not wear these, I said, we're going to take them back. So it's like your mind telling you, like, all right, you have a little of this right now, right? But it's going to get taken away if you don't continue to use it. So this is how your mind is working. She's starting to think like, holy crap, these are going to go away if I don't continue to use it. It's the same thing that if you are not using a thought that you want in your head. So if you are not telling yourself that I want to be able to trust myself, I want this, I desire this so badly, it's going to get taken away. And when we think that, we've already introduced something into our life. She's already introduced the pants into her life. She's comfortable with them on. And she knows that she likes it. But if they're gone, she's going to feel a loss. So what I did was I just simply pushed her into using them. I said, take these, wear these today. And if you don't like them, we'll take them back. So again, baby steps. Introduce them into your life. Bring it home in your mind. Begin to use it. Notice the feelings that you will have without it in your life. And then push yourself a little bit further so that you're going inch by inch by inch. It's not like you're going all in, because that is terrifying. So she eventually started wearing them to school. She came home that day really excited because she got compliments on them. Her friends were complimenting them on her. So that builds your self-trust, that builds your self-confidence. As you take it step by step by step, recognizing what you will feel if you no longer do it, which is probably pretty shitty, right? You then go a little bit further, you go a little bit further, you go a little bit further. Soon she's wearing them at school. Now it's easier for her to step into that when she then took the next step of wanting to change her earrings. And this all sounds very simple and easy, right? Because it's just putting things on your body. It's just changing things. But at the same time, think about how that is to a young kid who has not yet had an experience, right? I want you guys to know that that young kid is still living inside of you. Just because you are older does not mean that you're going to suddenly snap out of that, not wanting to be judged, and all these other thoughts that people might think and say. Even though you might say you don't care, you do. It's wired into your mind. You can't help it. So, taking this step by step by step by step, inching yourself into it, recognize the emotion, the feeling that you will have if you do not keep going, right? It's ultimately you're going backwards, and we don't want to go backwards. We want to keep moving forward. You're in this group for a reason. You're doing self-development for a reason. You're learning about your mind for a reason. You're doing all of this work for a reason. And realizing how far you've gotten. If you think about taking a step back, it might be, probably, is just a no-brainer. Like, no, I'm not doing that. So by inching yourself in a little by little by little, right? She was eventually able to put the earrings on. And the step after wearing it to school was wearing them to her father's house and seeing that everything was okay. Everything was okay. Even if that other person didn't approve or like what you were wearing or what you were doing or what you were saying, knowing that everything's okay, that you are still okay to be who you want to be all of the time. You just might need to take baby steps to get there. And once you realize, once your mind really takes this in, knowing that everything's okay, like you're not in danger, because that's what our minds think. They think we're in danger. We're not in danger here. You can then move forward a little bit more and a little bit more. And as you practice this over time, I'm not going to say each situation is easier, but the process becomes easier. You know the process. You know the steps. You know the scary things. You know the scary things that will happen if you no longer do this. And you're going to want it more and more and more. And it's pretty powerful because you don't have to go full force into something. You don't have to go full force into a business right away. Like, you don't need to have the end result right now. You just need to work yourself little by little by little, each and every single day with consistency, knowing that every single step might be hard, but every single step is going to be easier and easier after you repeat the process. And soon, as you are doing this, your mind is going to be rewiring itself, knowing that you're doing scarier things, but being okay with it. But you need to be aware of what's going on inside of your head. Always know the thoughts. Always know the feelings. And trust them. But just keep going. Because it's all right. It always will be. There's no bear on the opposite side to eat you. That's what your mind thinks. But that's not realistic. Okay? So I hope that was helpful. Step by step by step by step. Realize what happens when you take it away. Realize what happens when you keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going. I love you guys.